So Mainers are used to dealing with rain, wind, and even snow this time of year.
But there's something else happening that could cause some trouble on the roads. Meteorologist Mike Slifer is here now to tell us why leaves shouldn't be taken lightly. Hey, Mike.
Zach, Sam, there are leaves everywhere on the roads today after that nor'easter we saw. I'm going to break this down into 3 scenarios and talk a little bit about how wet leaves affect stopping distance first. First and foremost, we are used to driving on dry roads. Let's take this example at 45 miles an hour. We've got dry roads, we've got wet roads, and what we have now outside, wet with wet leaves. And this is by far the slickest of the 3 scenarios. Let's assign number to this and talk a little bit exactly about what the differences are between the road surfaces. When it's dry, you've got about 80 feet of distance to stop. When it's wet, your friction's cut in half, so it takes twice the amount of distance to stop. It goes to 160 feet. Wet leaves, though, is more like stopping on snow or ice, 200 to 250 or more feet, and that's just at 45 miles an hour. Maine has so many back roads where the speed limit is more like 55 miles an hour, so you want to take it slow out there. Plus, wet leaves also can cause a bit of an issue when you've got more rain in the forecast, and that's exactly what Keith was just talking about. Let's start with how things typically are. We see rain come through. We end up watching it go right into the storm drains. No problem. Plus, clear storm drains are also perfect to let out a little red balloon if you're an evil clown that's trying to lure people down into the depths with you. But as soon as you introduce a lot of leaf drop, such as during a late October nor'easter, just like we just saw, all of this ends up in the storm drains and can clog it. So the water has nowhere to go except to sit there. And that adds to the flash flood risk, especially when we talk about heavy rain. I'm not going to get too much into the details of the forecast here. Keith will cover that a little bit later, but it certainly looks like we could be in for another washout, at least on Saturday this weekend. Sam, Zach?
All right, Mike, thanks.